Hey guys, thanks for checking out the podcast. Before we get started, I want to remind you about the very cool bucket list trip I am doing in 2026, the Smitty Learns Irish podcast, where I'm going to do my bucket list, hike Ireland for a year, learn about Irish history, town by town, through the mouths of the pub owners and regulars. Because what's a better way to learn about something you love than to experience it yourself? Patreon.com/we3smiths, only $3 a month, and thanks for checking it out.
All right, and welcome to the Smith Hole. It is time for a Biffy Clyro full album reaction from the 2002 debut, Blackened Sky. I'm really excited about this because all I've wanted to do lately is just go down the Biffy Clyro rabbit hole that I started myself, thanks to you guys, with all these awesome suggestions, really quickly becoming one of my favorite rock bands in a long time. I said on a previous reaction, and I kind of misspoke when I said that they were like the next, like, I'm trying to remember exactly how I described it, where I compared them to Queens of the Stone Age. And I just said they're the most rocking band since Queens of the Stone Age. But what I meant to say is the most rocking, interesting, new, doing new things band. Like, there's all kinds of bands that rock, but they sound like a lot of other bands. Biffy Clyro sounds like nobody except fucking Biffy Clyro. And that's what I love about music and finding the new good stuff. And going down the rabbit hole here on Patreon, listening to the 2000 album Blackened Sky.
Before I get to the reaction, a real quick, huge shout out to my sponsor, M22 in Suttons Bay. If you've never been to the beautiful region of Traverse City, northern Michigan, there's so much to enjoy and a great place to stay. Make your reservations. Cute little bungalow things. I always said to myself, how do I describe this M22 in Suttons Bay? Is it a hotel or is it a motel? It's an inn, dummy. M22 Inn, Suttons Bay, with a great view of West Bay, West Grand Traverse Bay, essentially Lake Michigan shores, along the historically gorgeous M22 Drive. So if you're looking to book some vacation time in one of the fastest growing tourist spots in the country, here you go. M22 Inn, Suttons Bay. Thanks so much.
And it's kind of a hot one here in the old Smith Hole today. I don't think I'm going to get all sweaty down here. How much music do we got on this doggone thing? From 2002, by the way, Scottish rock band Biffy Clyro. If you're watching this, you know. The name of the album, Blackened Sky. How much music is on this doggone thing? There is 49 minutes, 11 seconds of Scottish rock and roll. Let's fucking go. I got my feet up, by the way.
Look at slow motion, asleep at the door, next to destruction, reach for the source. Get up, get up, get over. Take me to your blackened sky. Get up, get up, get over. Take me to your blackened sky. Sink with your wasted dreams when you can. Find time to console them. Become what I am.
Real quick pause. I just wanted to quickly mention, I don't even know if I mentioned the name of the song, Joy, Discovery, Invention. And just quickly, what's jumping out at me is just what I love about this fucking band. And I love to, like, discovering a band late, 20 years in, is an adventure to go back and start to listen to see how they sounded when they started, how they evolved. But just like you can hear, this is a classic example of like why I love rock and roll. You get three different personalities in a room with instruments, and just each personality fucking has something to say. You know, Black Sabbath is a great example where, you know, it's not, it doesn't sound like one person is telling everybody what to play. I watched that Biffy Clyro documentary on Prime, and it was fucking awesome. But it just seems like a total collaborative effort, and that's what stands out at me about these guys so far, especially, like, you could just hear it. You could hear the genesis of it, I guess. The genesis of Biffy.
If you submit to all the
really good way with melody mixed with fucking down and dirty fucking rock and roll. Really groovy fucking part right there too. Long fade. They're gonna scare me. They're gonna scare me. They're gonna scare me. Real quick pause before the next song, which will be 27. Man, it's just they just have a way of like taking chances with songs. Just like some there's a. I think I made the comparison on one of the first Biffy Clyro reactions I did, where I was just like, it's kind of like a proggy punk rock, and honestly, that's kind of like the best way to describe it sometimes, where you just all of a sudden just throw this completely different vibe in with this completely different like time signature or something like that. It's just, you wouldn't think, oh, we'll put this here, and there's no way that'd work, but it fucking works. Like I said, these guys just have a way. It's really impressive. 27. Sounds like fucking Peaches from President of the United States. Going to eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
I stroke your silken skin, kiss you goodbye, your eyes just pierce me through. I am bleeding blood I'd give to you to be the way we were. I still feel the pain in
I don't even know their names, but the Brothers Rhythm section. Shout the fuck out.
We sat and watched the sun go down. We wrapped together in each other's arms. Never felt so complete as when we were alone on December night. I still feel the pain in my thoughts once pure are now diluted. I love the way your hair hangs over your eyes, touch me with your stare. If I could fly to you, I would to be the way we were. I still feel the pain in my heart. Thoughts once pure are now diluted. It's alright now. It's alright now. It's alright now. It's alright now.
Man. Should have grabbed my notebook so I could write down my ideas and thoughts. Hell yeah. I should have grabbed my notepad so I could take some notes, so I would not forget some of the things in my head, which happens to me quite a bit. Way pre-marijuana, mind you. But wow, I'm just like, I'm picturing, I always put myself, when I'm listening to music, any music, in the timeline that it came out. So this came out in 2002. So I just think of like the musical environment and the musical climate when this stuff was released, and I can see it like really coming in at the same time as a lot of emo bands. You can hear a little bit of that in it, in this band. Maybe the vocals or something, or they're not an emo band necessarily, and that's not something I gravitate towards normally. I listen to a lot of emo stuff. Anyway, the point of the fucking story is that you could just hear it came in maybe with emo, something like My Chemical Romance or something like that, and then just kind of fucking split off and became this fucking gnarly, just quality songwriting, quality melodies, and then they just hit you with some fucking gnarliness out of nowhere, and it's fucking cool. Fucking cool. And I should totally grab my notepad, haha, so I can write down ideas. Here we go. Just a boy. Just a boy. And also, the gift of cool fucking song titles. All their song titles, it doesn't have to be just one thing. We can make it fucking 2 sentences long if we want to, and I like that. It's creativity.
Every once in a while I see your face. I'm feeling half the man. Then you cup your hands, you throw me away. But then everything beneath me feels. I'm feeling half the man. Then you shut your eyes and pull me away. I'm
Hell yeah. Man, these guys fucking jam. They just jam. Hell yeah. They just jam like not every song, because if it was every song, I guess it would be boring. But from what I'm hearing from these guys, because they just do so many different things with so many different vibes, as somebody said before, it's just Biffy. Anyway, I'm really just impressed at the way that they do different jams, I think is what I'm trying to say. They like towards the end of the song, and where they all just get down and just fucking rock the fuck out. And it's always interesting with just different things happening, different it's not the same boom 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 thing all the time. Explain that one like a fucking hero, Smitty. Way to go. Hey, how about kill the old, torture the young, which I'm fucking a, you know?
Collapse under broken hearts when times like just when you fall asleep. And I thought to lose my way and clear my hair and die. That's just what I thought today. And I thought to lose my way and suffer and die. That's just what I thought today.
And any sort of like, rewind this a quick second. Rewind it about 10 seconds ish or so. Pardon the Metallica reference here. But there's with this band specifically, there's so many moments where they do so many changes, and then something happens like that section right there. That was that very high pitched, soft singing. It reminded me of Metallica's No Leaf Clover, because when you first hear that, or at least when I first heard that part, I'm like, what is that? Did it really work for me? But the more you hear it, the more you're like, oh, it totally works. It totally flows. You know, like Hetfield's vocal in No Leaf Clover, where he does the high pitched thing. Then he's, whatever the fuck it was. I can't remember now. I will if you give me time, but we don't have time because we're listening to Biffy fucking Clyro. Now it's captivating. At first you're like, come. Whoa! Bow, bow, bow. I want to do that again. Let's do that again. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow. Man, their music excites me on a level that I haven't had in a while. Fuck yes. Man, I will pause it before going into the Go Slow, which is song 5. I don't even know like what to say about that. It's just like I said it moments ago. I get so excited hearing this band because I just love fucking creative rock and roll so much and finding new creative rock and roll so much, especially as I almost said, especially now that I'm going down these rabbit holes and finding bands that I've never heard of, and again, going through 20 years worth of music, starting at the beginning, and that's what we're going to be doing here on Patreon. But it's just like, oh man, this fucking band's been around for 20 years, and I had no idea. It makes me feel better about myself now, for sure, that I'm able to just... That's the beauty about music. You can just go back. It's timeless. You can go back and listen to music from a fucking 100 years ago if you want, which I do on occasion. Go slow. I didn't think they were really going to go slow. fucking guys pummel their instruments. Man, they fucking pummel their instruments in a good way. And I was mentioned their jams, whatever previous song it was. And I watched that one live at Reading, the Golden Rule, which is fucking 100% one of my favorite goddamn songs of all time now. I have that on my Want to Rage playlist. I put that shit on my running playlist. But they just fucking, those end jams where they are just, all three of them, just fucking boom, 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 boom. It feels like they are just trying to break shit on their instruments without like Pete Townsending it. This shit, Townsending. I'm sure that's not an actual term, but I just coined it. You get what I'm talking about, though. Christopher's River. I love it. I love it when bands can do that effectively. You know what I mean? Because everybody thought that they were just going to fucking slam in and just start ripping. Everybody thought they were going to do that. And then, nope, we're just going to show a little patience, a little songwriting patience. So we're going to fucking just come back into that groove. And I love that shit. When bands can do that effectively. And that was effective.
Yesterday, my friend, I know that we were scared. Hurt because you were not there. I know I want it all. Wish the sky would fall on me.
well done. That was again with that change where you thought they were going to rip in, and they did eventually. But it was still, even though it was heavy and ripping, it was still very low key dynamic. It felt like, you know, but they're able to deliver that, you know, that basically that same vibe mostly throughout the song. And just deliver it and have it be just a quality fucking song. And I figured now is a good time to actually look up the band members' names while I'm, you know, going down a Biffy Clyro rabbit hole. And by the way, I knew that their names were not Biffy Clyro from the get-go, I'm pretty sure. But as mentioned earlier, I didn't know how much they collaborated. Apparently Simon Neil, who was vocals, guitars, and production, did most of all the lyrics are written, all the music is composed by Simon Neil, so it looks like he's the main brain baby in that band, which fucking A, way to go. But you could definitely hear the brothers, Ben and, man, I had it. Ben and James Johnston, the twin brothers rhythm section, which I swear I was watching the documentary, and I bet I went the whole documentary before realizing, oh, they're actually twin brothers. I thought that they were just interviewing them at different stages of the last however many years that documentary was being filmed, and at some point the one guy shaved his head. That's honestly what I thought. I was just like, oh, they're fucking brothers, fucking A. Shows you how much I pay attention. I like this band a lot. Keep going. Convex Concave.
Six more times sliding your eye. You think you're innocent. Pull back and assess the skin sky to see your innocence.
Man, that's just fucking cool. Fuck yeah. It's like every song. It's just like every song is good. As your debut record. My thing is, and one reason why a lot of times I'm very reluctant to go down rabbit holes with bands that I fall in love with at first, maybe just a few songs like Biffy Clyro in this instance, but I am go down the rabbit hole. But one reason why I'm reluctant a lot of times with a lot of bands is because you get your heart broken. You get disappointed. You know what I mean? It's like getting into a fucking relationship and then finding out that they're crazy. You're like, oh, this sucks after all. There's been a lot of artists and CDs and albums throughout my life where I hear a couple songs on the radio and I'm like, oh, and I'll go fucking listen. I'm like, throw that one out the window doing 55 miles an hour. Because I never want to hear this band ever again. But I want to hear more and more and more Biffy Clyro. With a guitar tone that it caught me in that song that is very reminiscent of Smashing Pumpkins, which is a compliment. Hero Management. Oh shit, I skipped a song. How about 57? That's a preview though. 57.
The sun's shining, the glint in your eye, your beautiful face, your beautiful face. I held her tight.
Don't mind me. I'm gonna rewind this. Don't mind me while I eat some wasabi Blue Diamond almonds.
Her tight. Close to my heart. I didn't know it would break. Didn't know it would break. I don't believe there's a love anymore. It's all inside. We always said it's forever in this beautiful life. And I'll try not to feel this music's for you. And over and over and over. And I'll try not to feel this music's for you. And over and over and over. I held her tight.
That was the most listened to song on this album on Spotify. Just over 3.2 million views from this album, not of Biffy Clyro, period. But I can see why. I can see that being a huge fucking song live. Just there's very few anymore. There's so few rock bands that embrace, while still being a quality fucking rock band and not being a cheese fest, but embrace the sing along, the anthem. You know what I mean? Where you got like the couple live clips that I've seen of Biffy, including the Golden Rule and Hunger in Your Heart, Hunger in Your Haunt. I could have that wrong, and I apologize if I do. But you can just tell they got that fucking crowd eating out of the palm of their hand, and just like sing-alongs and anthems. And it's definitely something I want to be a part of, is live Biffy Clyro, and I will at some point. Let's do Hero Management now.
Iron Man, I return to you to be the way you want it. But I have no strength or the decency in me to be a hero. But we still fall down. Yeah, you still fall down. Iron Man, I refuse to be the way that you would want me. Still I've got no strength, but the sense in me to see I'm not a hero. But we still fall down. Still fall down. And we'll still fall down. And we still fall.
You can hear that coming in on both headphones right there. It's gonna happen. Yes, please. And again on Sunday, which is today being recorded on Sunday. So let's do it again. No. I have to be honest and say for a minute and for a specific reason, that might have been the first song that it blended into sort of like background space in my head. And a lot of that, I was kind of off in La La Land thinking about something for one. But two, while also being like, I was kind of not paying attention to it the first half of the song, probably. I was still hearing parts in it, and I'm like thinking, okay, I can definitely hear it. First of all, this whole album deserves more listens, and I can't wait to go and listen to so many of these songs again and again and again, because there's so many different things going on. Things at some point you're like, oh, I'm going to learn the song and I'm going to be able to anticipate this thing coming. Right now it's anticipation, but when it hits, it's totally off the fucking map from what you expect it might be. But in that first half of the song, I was already picking out spots, being like, okay, I can't wait to hear that again. That was different. That was cool. I can't wait to hear this again. So there's definitely, even though I said it kind of went into like background space in my head, I was still picking out parts. And then it just the way they jam, like at the end, every time. Solution devices. Hell yeah, that sounded like, what was that? Sounded like Whiplash from Metallica. The ticka, you know what I'm talking about. Let's just keep going with Stress on the Sky. There's another quality tune, obviously. got an argument going on in my head. Each voice comes in different channels, different ears, and I didn't say I didn't like it, but it sounds like this. I'm imagining "Stress on the Sky" as the title of the song, obviously. So what does that mean? I'm not a lyric guy a lot of times, and I will probably at some point go into the lyrics of this doggone song and album. But it sounds just like a catastrophe. Stress on the sky. Who knows what the fuck that means? At least to me, I don't know what that means. But it just feels like chaos. In a good way.
If my hope is gone, the way I feel until the end is near, below my stress on the sky.
Yeah, they're just like fucking with people. Ha ha! Man, that was fucking cool. It sounded like chaos. I mean, honestly, like up until the angelic vocal harmonies when they were just pummeling the fucking shit out of their instruments. Man, we got one song left, and I'm super stoked. I am completely happy we did this, by the way. But I'm really anticipating this last song. Scary Mary. Let's see what happens.
What must I have become to deserve all the shit that you gave me? The rocks look like a body in the river. Now I I just wish that I could sleep to keep me from thinking, but the thoughts keep me up. It's been 2 months since you taught me not to trust, but you kept your promise. You made patterns in my face. You painted pictures with my tears, and you did it again. I knew that you would. Thank you for showing me there's more. Wash off your hands. It's time to let go. Release them. Give time to your heart. Give time to your soul. Release them all.
Right on. That's the last one that closes it out. I did see that there was a remastered edition done in 2012 with like 9 songs, 8 songs, extra songs on it. I don't know if they were demos or what, but I'm not going to listen to that one. I will on my own time though. But man, again, I'm happy I did that. That song, it was surprising to me that it was much more subdued and low key than, well, it's lyrics co-written by Martin Scott. I'm not sure who Martin Scott is, but it seemed like a fairly personal tune. So it surprised me that it didn't rip out at the end, being the last song on the album. But again, people choose how they want the albums to be track listed in a certain order. And for whatever reason, they chose that one to be last, and that's cool. I still like the tune. I like the fucking album a lot. And I will. But I can't give you a time frame. I'm going to try to knock an album out every 2 weeks. It won't always be Biffy Clyro. But album reactions on Patreon. Give me some suggestions. Of course, you want to what? We want to do a live set on Patreon. There's all sorts of possibilities. I don't know if I'll be able to do everything, but I'll take all sorts of suggestions into account. I can't thank you enough. If you spent the time to hang out with me, listen to this fucking badass album, then I definitely appreciate it. And you know where to catch me. What the hell? Everything, all sorts of stuff happened on the Patreon. And definitely, thank you so much. Have a good one, guys. What the hell? Everything!